Hello, in today's video I will discuss about synthetic polymers. Let's start. What are synthetic polymers? Synthetic polymers are those which are human-made polymers. Polymers are those which consist of repeated structural units known as monomers. Polyethylene is considered to be as one of the simplest polymer. It has ethene or ethylene as the monomer unit, whereas the linear polymer is known as the high density polyethylene, that is HDPE. Many of the polymeric materials have chain-like structures which resemble a polyethylene. Synthetic polymers are materials constituted of long molecular chains, that is macromolecules, and organic connections obtained through processing of natural products or through synthesis of primary materials from oil, gas or coal. Synthetic polymers are sometimes referred as plastic, of which the well-known ones are nylon and polyethylene. The polymers which are formed by linking monomer units without any change of material are known as addition polymers, are also called as chain growth polymers. All these are said to be synthetic polymers. Some synthetic polymers which we used in our everyday life include nylons used in fabrics and textiles, Teflon used in non-stick pans, polyvinyl chloride used in pipes. The PET bottles we use are commonly made up of synthetic polymer called as polyethylene terephthalate. The covers and plastic kits comprises synthetic polymers such as polyethylene, and the tires of vehicles are manufactured from the Buna rubbers. Types of synthetic polymers with examples. There are various synthetic polymers developed so far. Let us study in brief about few of the synthetic polymers used in everyday life. Nylon, polyvinyl chloride, low density polyethylene. Then we will discuss about nylon. Nylon belongs to the synthetic polymers family and is also known as polyamides. It was produced on February 28 in the year 1935 by a person named Wallace Carothers at the DuPont's research facility. Nylon is widely used polymers. The backbone of it, called as amide, causes it to become hydrophilic, which we discussed in next slide, than other polymers. Nylon gets engaged in hydrogen bonding with water, not like the pure hydrocarbon polymers which make most of the plastic. A hydrophile is a molecule or other molecular entity that is attracted to water molecules and tends to be dissolved by water. In contrast, hydrophobes are not attracted to water and may seem to be repelled by it. Hygroscopic are attracted to water but are not dissolved by water. The example of a hydrophilic and a hydrophobic. Hydrophilic means H2O loving. That is, hydrophilics are ionic compounds, polar covalent compounds. The example is salt and ions. The amino acid is the example of hydrophilic, which is the water loving. And hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means hydro fearing. It is a covalent in nature and it is a non-polar. The example of hydrophobic is oil and fat. Testosterone is the example of hydrophobic. Then we will discuss about polyvinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride or PVC is the third most majorly produced plastics, coming after polypropylene and polyethylene. This PVC is used for construction purposes as it is known to be stronger and cheaper than other alternatives like copper or iron. PVC is also used in the clothing electrical cable insulation, including many other applications replacing rubber. Next, we will study about low density polyethylene. The low density polyethylene polymers are the most common kind of synthetic polymers which are widely used in households. LDP is the kind of thermoplastic which is prepared from the monomer called polypropylene. Polypropylene, also called as polypropylene, is a kind of thermoplastic discussed in our next slide. Synthetic polymer, which is used in variety of applications such as packaging, labeling, stationery, textiles, plastics, and in reusable containers, laboratory equipments, etc. Some other examples include thermoplastic polyurethane, Teflon, polystyrene, high density polyethylene, neoprene, etc. A thermoplastic or thermo-softening plastic is a plastic polymer material that becomes pliable or moldable at a certain elevated temperature and solidifies upon cooling. Most thermoplastics have a high molecular weight. The polymer chains associated by intermolecular forces which weaken rapidly with the increased temperature, yielding a viscous liquid. In this state, thermoplastics may be reshaped and are typically used to produce parts by various polymers processing techniques such as injection molding, compression molding, calendering, and extrusion. Thermoplastics differ from thermosetting polymers or thermosets, which form irreversible chemical bonds during the curing process. Thermosets don't melt when heated, but typically decompose and don't reform upon cooling. This is the diagrams. Thermoplastic can be melted repeatedly. Thermosets, once shaped, cannot be melted. Uses of synthetic polymers. Some uses are given below. The polymer called polyethylene is used in plastic bags and film wraps. Polyethylene is utilized in the bottles, electrical insulation, toys, etc. Polyvinyl chloride (PVC) is used in siding, pipes, flooring purposes. The synthetic polymer polystyrene is used in cabinets and in packaging. Polyvinyl acetate is used in adhesive and latex paints. Thank you for watching the video. If you like my videos, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.